You've seen the ads, the Instagram ones specifically, the ones that autoplay at 11 p.m. while you're doom scrolling in bed, the promise of buttery soft material, the slow motion foot slide, and the all day comfort in a stiletto promise. Well, I bought those shoes. This is the Cozy Island GraceLithe Mule. She's $109. She's been all over my social media feed for the better part of 2 years, and I finally bought her. I've had her for about a year now. I've done over 100,000 steps, conferences, Capitol Hill, and even a full day workshop where I basically didn't sit down. 10 miles on day 1, straight out of the box, 0 blisters, and here's my honest review. Hey everyone, I'm Megan, and this is Step and Repeat, the show for people who travel for work and produce and or attend events and conferences. And you know who you are. You're the ones Googling comfortable heels that don't look like comfortable heels at midnight before you leave for a conference. Every month, I test one product in real work travel conditions, and I tell you exactly whether it's worth your money. No fluff, no press releases, just my feet and my honest opinion. This month, we've got the Cozy Island Grace Mule, the shoe from the Instagram ads. We've all seen them. Here's everything that happened when I actually wore it for the last year. Before we get into the results, let's talk about what this shoe actually is. Cozy Island is one of those brands that built its reputation on social media. You've probably seen the ads, they're everywhere, and I'll be honest, that made me skeptical at first. Because we've all bought something from a social media ad that looked incredible on screen and showed up looking like it was assembled by someone who had never even seen the original product. So I went in with low expectations and a high tolerance for disappointment. Let's talk about the shoe itself. It's got a pointed toe, a stiletto heel that's 2.76 inches, so about 7 centimeters. The upper lining here are both fly woven. It's this knit-like material that has a lot of stretch and flex to it. It moves with your foot instead of fighting it. It's got a nice rubber sole to it. And this is the thing they talk about in the ads, and that's the Mousse Fit insole. It's supposed to mold to your foot and give you cushioning without sacrificing the silhouette. It is extremely cushiony all the way through. It's got great arch support, but that's the promise. One thing worth calling out is the shoe comes in regular and a wide fit. At $109, most brands aren't offering that. I got my usual size 9 in a regular. They run true to size. I didn't really need any adjustments. I did bring this buckle strap in one because I have a very narrow foot. I typically can't wear mules because of having a narrow foot, but these did not disappoint. So let's get into the review. I didn't test the shoe for a weekend. I tested it for the last year. Over 100,000 steps, and not casual steps. We're talking work, events, the kind of steps where sitting down isn't really an option. So the very first wear out of the box, no break-in, no nothing, did about 10 miles in them, 0 blisters. One thought about showing up on my pinky toe, but it didn't actually end up ever appearing. I've had sneakers that needed more breaking in than this one. The fly woven material works with your foot just as it promised, and so did the support and the cushion. It just molded straight to my foot. The biggest test for me was last year. I was on Capitol Hill for a full day of meetings, marble floors, and yes, I did wear these shoes all day in meetings. I lobbied Congress in a leopard print mule. It didn't disappoint. And most recently, I tested these shoes with a facilitated all-day workshop. I've spoken at multiple conferences in these shoes, on stage, on my feet, but all day, 8+ hours facilitating a workshop, and my feet were fine. Not a fine for a heel fine, but like actually fine. And as you know, every product on Step and Repeat gets a scorecard. Here's what the Grace landed. We've got 94 out of 100, the highest score we've ever given. I probably could have even upped that score a little bit, but 8-hour test was a 10 out of 10, aesthetic list 10 out of 10. Strangers stop me every single time I wear these shoes. The leopard print just hits a little bit different. They're definitely a statement. I had 2 separate women at one Starbucks on a coffee run for an event day stopped me. So same Starbucks, same coffee run, 2 women stopping me. ROI, a 10 out of 10. I've put a lot of miles on these and they still look pretty new to me. Support, Boardroom-to-Bar, friction factor, and durability all got a 9 out of 10. They do have solid support for a stiletto, so think Capitol Hill to Happy Hour without changing. They're staying put even though that they're backless. The blister factor, I did get a 9 out of 10 because I mentioned my pinky toe thought about getting a blister. It did rub a little bit, but nothing ever happened. So what would I change? Actually nothing. I tried to find something to generally give in this review, and there wasn't anything that I would change about this shoe. The only flag is that the wide fit isn't available in every color. And that's it. That's the only note I have. So is the Cosy Island GraceLithe worth $109? My verdict is buy. This is definitely a top pick. This shoe was built for women who travel for work, need to be on your feet all day, and refuse to choose between looking good and being comfortable. And anyone who's been burned by the comfortable heel promise before you need proof, this is not the shoe for that. If you have very wide feet and your preferred color doesn't come in a wide option, this might not be the shoe for you. Or if you can't do a pointed toe for comfort or preference reasons, probably not your shoe. But would I buy it again? Yes, because I already have. I have a few Cosy Island pairs now. So this is the Grace by Cosy Island, the Stiletto Mule. I have linked everything about this shoe in the description. There is a referral link that gets you 20% off your order. And if you found this helpful, please be sure to subscribe. I do these reviews every single month. One product, real conditions, and an honest score. If you want to see everything I've tested to date, or you want to submit a product to be reviewed, head over to the Step and Repeat Lab. The link is in the description. Now, 2 things I'm asking from you. If you already own these shoes, drop a comment or send me a DM. I want to know if your experience matches mine. Did they live up to your expectations? And if you don't own these Cosy Island mules yet, tell me, what is the best thing you've ever bought from a social media ad? These shoes just might be mine. Well, I'm Megan Martin, and this is Step and Repeat. See you next month.